The ground beneath my feet is a material that's become popular with house owners the world over. Discovered here nearly 2 centuries ago, it's still being mined today as demand is as high as ever. So, where am I? Find out in a moment. In today's show, I'll be helping a retired couple escape to North Wales. I'm brimming with confidence about our first 2 properties. You like it?
Stunning.
Well, it's a good early start that I haven't even got to the main house
It's
yet.
a good early start, believe me.
But will our mystery house push our buyers over the edge?
Yes. Well, I don't know about functional.
I don't think I can put any estate agent gloss on that, even me.
Yeah.
I'm in the county of Gwynedd in North Wales, an area famous for its slate. Now, below me is the old Meirionnydd Vein. When it was discovered in 1836, it transformed this region into an important natural resource in the Victorian industrial age. At its peak, North Wales produced 4/5 of all slate quarried in Britain. But there's no doubt that today, this part of the country has a lot more to offer than just its geology. With the Snowdonia National Park to the east and the Llŷn Peninsula to the west, Gwynedd is home to some of the most stunning landscapes in Britain. The coastline offers up mudflats, secluded coves and rocky cliffs, reaching over 1,100 feet at points. Head inland and this scenery gives way to the rugged peaks and valleys of its mountain ranges, which separate it from the rest of the UK. Traditional cottages and small holdings built using local limestone and slate dot the hillside. With so much on offer, it's clear why this area is such an attractive proposition. An average house in Gwynedd would set you back £140,000. Now that's £23,000 less than the national average. And there's even better news. You can buy in the heart of the national park without paying a premium for the privilege. So let's have a look at what's currently on the market. £275,000 will get you this newly converted barn. Each of its 3 bedrooms boasts vaulted ceilings, and the sitting room gives you the best of both worlds as you take in the expansive rural setting from its modern and stylish interior. Or there's this 5-bedroom stone farmhouse situated in Rhuthun Clwyd. For £599,000, you can sit back in the huge living room and enjoy the breathtaking views. And when the sun goes down, you can snuggle up in the beamed drawing room with its cosy wood burner. If budget's not an issue, then take a look at this elegant Grade 1 listed Georgian townhouse in Beaumaris. £785,000 will buy you 6 bedrooms, this majestic sitting room and a lavish dining room. Some great properties there and 3 more coming up. But will any of them tempt today's couple? Let's find out. Meet our buyers, Jamal and Dee. For the last 15 years, they've called this chalet bungalow in North London home. Keen artists and travellers, they both take an early retirement from their careers in accountancy and psychology. They're ready to leave the bright lights of London behind them in favour of more sedate surroundings. And it's not exotic climates that have stolen their globe-trotting hearts.
We've travelled the whole world over, but we like to see weather. We like to see spring and autumn and everything else, and having a tropical setting is not exactly what we have in mind.
We'd like to move to North Wales, preferably around the Snowdonia National Park area or the Llŷn Peninsula, which is an area that we know quite well.
After researching the move on the internet, their yearning to escape the city is stronger than ever.
I love photography and I'm just looking for some wider spaces and the open countryside.
But it's not just countryside that they're after.
I like old, ancient properties with interesting features, nooks and crannies, old floors, panels, that kind of thing is what I like.
The wish list doesn't end there. There's plenty of other essentials they want to add.
I'd like to have at least 3 bedrooms. We need 2 bathrooms, because Jamal hates sharing a bathroom with either guests or with me. A big reception room, preferably, because we love entertaining. And
Must have outbuildings.
Yeah,
so we can have
outside,
our
yeah.
studios for our dark rooms and our paint mixing and our sculpting and all of those things.
2 bathrooms and 2 studios is certainly a tall order. Plus, Dee loves horse riding, so ideally they'd like a stable or paddock as well. All of that won't be easy to find, so I'm wondering whether Jamal and Dee are against getting their hands dirty to help make their rural dream come true.
The kind of property we would really like should be one which doesn't need a lot of work. We both take an early retirement and not to become builders, but actually
we're useless at DIY.
Yes.
Frankly.
Yes, yes. Well, you are. I don't do any, so we'll never find out how good or bad I am.
OK then, that means the financing for the move is all important.
I think our budget for this move will be £450,000.
We're focusing today's house search in the county of Gwynedd, home to the picturesque Llŷn Peninsula and the wilderness of the Snowdonia National Park. We've got some fantastic houses to show them, but as ever, they'll have to guess the price of each property before I reveal it to them. Then, of course, there's our mystery house, which will provide our buyers with new possibilities. Well, Jamal and Diane, lovely to meet you both.
Good to meet you too.
Now, you've both decided that you want to make Wales your home, in particular North Wales.
Yeah.
Now, Wales is known for its beauty, but why this part of it that you love so much?
It's just so beautiful. They've got fantastic wild coastlines and mountains, and although you get to see that around the world, I don't know, it just draws me back all the time.
So this is going to be your escape, isn't it? So are you united with your vision of what you're looking for in a house?
I think for our dream home, we'll know exactly what it is as soon as we see it. We have no idea what
Really?
it is going to be, but as soon as we see it, we'll know it.
I'm loving the challenge. Right, shall we hit the road?
Yes.
To finance their new home, Jamal and Dee have a healthy budget of £450,000. They're quite open-minded, but do know they want a property with plenty of character. 2 bathrooms, 2 art studios and room for a pony. We're taking Jamal and Dee directly to their dream destination. The Llŷn Peninsula has it all. Dramatic coastlines, tons of local farmland and views of the Snowdonia mountain range. It's hard to find a more striking landscape. Our first property is just under 2 miles away from the village of Llŷthfaen. With a tight-knit community, it has a small shop for all the essentials and what's often the heart of any village, a local pub. I'm hoping this white stone farmhouse with a barn and extra outbuildings will set us off on the right foot. And this is the setup. We've got a barn here.
Okay.
Behind us, we've got the big styes and storage space, which we thought could make fantastic studio space for not
Potentially.
1, but 2.
The 2 of us, yeah. Definite
Yes.
potential, definite potential. The setting is just stunning.
You like it?
Stunning.
Well, that's a good early start then. I haven't even got to the main house
It's
yet.
a good early start, believe me.
This is the main farmstead. It's a
Okay.
traditional Welsh farmstead.
Yeah, yeah.
Dates back to the 1730s, although it is a lot older than that.
Right.
Ready to step inside?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes, looking forward to it.
Welcome to the farmstead.
Wow, it's really amazing. Isn't that gorgeous?
I like this.
This is really, really interesting. And that beautiful fireplace.
I can
Yes.
see Jamal's taking it all in.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, absorbing.
I'm slowly absorbing.
Well, you keep
yes.
absorbing. We're going to take you through into the kitchen now.
Okay.
You really do have a proper country kitchen here.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
that is a real country kitchen.
It is.
With a range.
Yeah, it is. It's a great kitchen. Lovely detail in windows.
The windows, every time. Look
they
how
are
small
so,
that one is.
So pretty. It's so cute.
So far, so good, but there's still plenty more to see. So you step through here into, I think, a very cute sitting room.
It is. It's very sweet. You've got a wood fire burner there. You've got very nice character windows. It's got a nice feel to it, hasn't it?
It's characterful, this room.
It's very characterful. You feel fascinated by it. You want to walk through it and look at it.
On this level of the house, there's also a family bathroom and a double bedroom. The stepladder in the library area leads to another good-sized room that the current owners use for guests. And by the main entrance, a second set of stairs takes you to the master bedroom that comes complete with a walk-in wardrobe. Back outside, I've got another surprise in store. Now, step inside the bar.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is really nice, really nice. And what a surprise.
Yes, this could be the big dining area.
Absolutely.
Depends on what else there is.
Yeah, if you've got
attached to
guests,
this.
because we were just thinking, okay, it's fine for us.
Yeah.
But when we've got friends and family coming, where do we sit down and eat?
Which is a really good point.
Which could be here.
Through there, you've got the family bathroom. It's actually a shower room. There is no bath.
Okay.
So a shower room for the barn.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You've got a double bedroom through there.
Right.
And then on the other side of the kitchen, in this direction, well, let me show you. Now, this sitting room has to be the opposite of the other house.
Yeah, yeah. It's surprising and it's got a lot of character as well.
This is a nice big sitting room, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's got a lot of space.
And it's got its own wood burner.
Yeah, yeah. Very interesting as well. And the mystery staircase.
Mystery staircase takes you to one other bedroom.
Oh, I see.
So it's used as a twin at the moment, but would easily take a double bed.
Right.
And then through the doorway there's another bedroom. So you've got 3 in total, 2 this side of the barn and 1 at the very end of the corridor.
And that's a surprise because I thought the property stopped here, but it goes on.
It just keeps giving and giving, doesn't it?
It really does.
Jamal and Dee's responses are all very positive. Surrounding the house is 1.5 acres of land, which includes a paddock, perfect for Dee's aspirations to own a horse. And topping it all are these glorious views. Is this what you both had in mind when you said rural setting?
Yes, it's glorious. The setting is really,
It
really
really
nice.
It really is actually more than I was imagining. It's just so beautiful. It's a little homestead, and now you showed this the extra accommodation as well. I mean, it's just fallen into place really in terms of what we're looking for.
Well, this is all
So
going
far.
swimmingly. Yes, it's the big question mark now, isn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
Guess the price. How much is this property currently on the market for?
I'm going to say 450,000 because I can't imagine it being really any less than that.
Okay.
430.
The current asking price is £435,000.
For me, that's a good price.
Well, £15,000 is quite a few pennies in your pocket,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
So why don't you go and have another wander?
Okay.
Take your time. I'll catch up with you later.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
On the market at £435,000, this 16th century property certainly has much to offer. The homestead is bursting at the seams with the character features Jamal and Dee both love. The converted barn boasts a magnificent double-height ceiling. There's plenty of room for guests with 6 bedrooms in all, and there's the 2 required bathrooms, which should keep Jamal happy. There's also outbuildings and space for horses.
Potentially this property could be my dream home. It's in a lovely rural setting. You've got fantastic scenery around you. It's got a lovely feel to it, and I think I could probably be quite happy here.
Generally, the feel of the property has been very encouraging. So if this is the first one, I'm looking forward to the second.
Well, I don't actually want to leave. I'm quite happy sitting there, enjoying the vistas. Have you seen enough?
Yep. Very enthusiastic about this.
He's fighting the smile. I can see it. It's a great start.
Yep.
But we do have another property to show you today, so I'm afraid we're going to have to hit the road. It's easy to see why Jamal and Dee have fallen in love with this area. The Clean Peninsula boasts some of the most incredible natural heritage coastlines in Wales. Porthelly is the unofficial capital of the peninsula and gets its name from the Welsh phrase saltwater basin. The clean coastal path runs for 84 miles, so there's certainly enough to keep Jamal busy beachcombing for years to come.
And look, that can be my next canvas. It can be all landscapey.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good.
Perfect, perfect.
Much of Porthelly town was developed by Solomon Andrews, a businessman from Cardiff in the 1890s. His vision of coastal living made this a must-see destination for Victorian holidaymakers, a trend that's carried through to the present day. A few minutes down the coast is the village of Llan Bedrog. This area has always been popular with art lovers. So, earlier in the week, we arranged for Jamal and Dee to visit Oriel Plas Glenor Weddw, the oldest art gallery in Wales. Resident expert Dilwyn Williams showed them around.
Dyma ni yn Oriel Plas Glenor Weddw, which means here we are at Plas Glenor Weddw Art Gallery.
Originally, this Gothic-style house was built for Lady Love Jones Parry to exhibit her art collection. Names like Love Jones Parry are unique to this area of Wales, following the 16th century fashion of adding the word love to surnames to illustrate Christian faith.
Glenor Weddw, of course, literally translates as the Valley of the Widow, built in 1857. So let's go and have a look inside.
Excellent.
The architect, Henry Kennedy, specialised in building churches, and it's easy to see the ecclesiastical influences throughout the house.
Well, here we are inside the main hall, and I'm sure you agree that it lends itself well to being an art gallery, which is the present use of the building.
Originally a private home, it's now open to the public. There are 10 exhibiting rooms, and one of the most popular shows work from famous local artist Gareth Parry. His wild Welsh landscapes are very much in keeping with Jamal and Dee's own style.
Yes, I can see all that rain coming down, like it's always raining in Wales.
Not like today.
No.
We do get sunny weather.
One day, Jamal, you never know, you might be exhibiting in this gallery
Yes,
yourself.
that's one of our ambitions, to be able to live in Wales and exhibit in this gallery.
Well, there we are.
Both of us.
Well, you'll be hard pushed to find anywhere better to exhibit.
Our property search has brought us a little further south along the Llŷn Peninsula, just a short drive away from the village of Llan Bedr. It boasts a friendly family butcher's and other independently run shops. Plus, there's a church and local pub. There are plenty of opportunities lining the streets here. With property number 1, it was love at first sight for Dee, while Jamal played things a little closer to his chest. Time to see how our next offering goes down. Before I explain our second property, I want to know what you think.
Well, it sits very cosily on top of this.
I love
the
the
hill.
setting. I love the fact that it's sitting in a little hollow.
It's nestles, doesn't
Yes,
it?
nestles is the
nestles,
word.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I wish I had said that.
Because at the very beginning of this search, you both said to me that you knew straight away if you were going to like a house or
Yeah,
not. So there's
yeah.
always a little bit of trepidation as we
Yeah,
walk to the
yeah.
property. This is a traditional Grade 2 Snowdonian house.
Right, yeah.
Built in 1585.
Wow.
But it was extended around 1650 by Colonel John Jones.
Quite recently, then.
Quite a recent extension. Now, he went on to marry Catherine, who was Oliver Cromwell's sister.
Oh,
So this
gosh.
property has quite a pedigree. It was
Yes.
built, really, as a gentleman's house.
Looks
Well,
good from the outside.
So we'll have to see
Certainly.
inside and see if we deserve
think
to
it's
live in
good
a
time.
gentleman's house.
Let's start the tour. So, quite a narrow corridor.
Right.
But it does lead
Oh, lovely.
into this spectacular room.
Isn't it marvellous? It's really lovely.
Yes, very nice.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's a really ancient room. You can really feel the age to it.
So you've got the exposed beams.
Yeah.
Huge inglenook fireplace. If you look
Yes.
to the left, that ornate bread oven.
Wonderful.
So for your needs, would
Yeah.
this work?
Yes, for a living area, it's enough for us.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need.
It's very charming. It's definitely very charming.
Let's hope they're equally charmed by the other rooms I've got to show them. So, up these steps
I see.
leads through to a very spacious kitchen.
Right, well, I wasn't expecting this. This is rather lovely.
How does this work for you for entertaining space?
It works perfectly.
Yeah, it does, it does. I mean, it's beautifully put together. It's a really good space.
Do you see there are two doors in the corner? The one on the right leads through to the dairy. Now, they've kept it sort of pretty basic and it works beautifully as a utility room, a cold store, and then further down they actually use it as a tack room.
A tack room.
So loads of space through there, but we're going to go through the other door upstairs.
Right.
So up these stairs, they're fabulous slate flagstones, centuries old. It's actually a study through there.
Okay.
But we're going to continue up here. So up this staircase is the master bedroom.
Lovely. Wow. Yeah, this is very nice. Very nice.
I always like it when you walk into a room and you go, wow.
Yeah, well, it's got good space. It's very light. It's got fantastic,
those wonderful
views. There's just nothing around but sort of beauty.
Yes.
It works
It's
well.
beginning to feel like a gentleman's home now.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm beginning to feel I deserve living there.
As befitting any gentleman, this room also has an ensuite bathroom. Next door, there's another spacious double, and a short hop across the hall finds a third and fourth bedroom with more of those fabulous beams. But if that's not enough to win their hearts, I've got something special that might just steal the show. There is one further room I want to show you to, because this could be the most fantastic studio. Now, it's not very ladylike, the things I do to sell a house. Jamal, I think you might be able to get a good view from where you are, but Diane, follow me through.
I'm through.
So what do you think?
Wow, my own train set.
Now, it would be a travesty to take this out. However, if you did, this could make the most amazing space.
It certainly could.
This will do me as a studio. What about Dee?
Oh, we'll find something for Dee. I haven't worked it out yet, but we'll find something for Dee. So we're going to head back down the stairs. Jamal, you're going to lead the way. After you, Diane.
Okay.
And I think this is where we don't film any longer. You can't film our bottoms. Time to say cut. So Jamal's pinched the attic for his art studio, but I think this outbuilding could be a great space for Dee. Round the back of the house are stables, and next door there's a paddock, which the current owners rent from a local farmer. Perfect for Dee's dream of owning a horse. Plus, there's a well-tended garden. So, hopefully, we've covered everything for you with that wish list.
Yeah, you have.
Yes.
Now the question is, how much is it all worth?
I think we're getting there. So I think it's going to be £449,999.
I'm going to go a little bit higher than our budget. I'm going to say 460,000.
Jamal is close once again. The asking price is £445,000.
I would say for this property is a very good price. Yeah.
Very good price.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful location, and this property has presence.
Have another look around on your own. There's plenty to explore.
Great.
And I'll catch up with you in a little while.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well done.
At £445,000, this property is towards the top end of Jamal and Dee's budget. The reception hall and drawing room both have open beam ceilings, as do the 4 bedrooms. The master bedroom has an ensuite, giving us the 2 bathrooms, which is high on Jamal's wish list. There's also potential for art studios and the opportunity to rent the paddock next door.
Well, we've had a good look at the property. There were lots of surprises in the property as well as in the ground. So, all in all, I really do like this property.
I think it's a property I could grow into. It's a very charming property. There are a few little issues regarding space, but generally, I think it is a lovely, lovely house.
That's got you both thinking, hasn't it?
Certainly has.
2 very impressive properties.
Very impressive. Beautiful.
Have you enjoyed today?
Loved it.
Good.
Very good. Very good.
You can relax now and think about what you've seen. Time to head home. As the sun begins to cast its shadow on the Clean Peninsula, the end of our first day's property search draws to a close. Keen artists Jamal and Dee are desperate to find their dream country home so they can retire to Gwynedd in North Wales, but have vowed their £450,000 must buy them the perfect property that doesn't need any DIY. Coming up, it looks like our mystery house might have pushed them too far.
And a couple do W for work.
Yes. And Dee gets more than she bargained for.
There, I've put my foot in it now, haven't I?
Yesterday was certainly an interesting day. 2 properties and 2 very positive reactions. But I don't think we found something to suit them both. Now, Diane, she lost her heart to the first house. With Jamal, it was the second. So will our mystery house today be the house that they both fall in love with? Now, if it's a slice of the Welsh countryside thereafter, then the mystery property is my trump card. But as ever, things are never quite that straightforward. Dee was very taken with property number 1, and Jamal felt he'd fit nicely into number 2, our gentleman's house. But our mystery property could change all that. Situated just inside the boundaries of the Snowdonia National Park is the popular town of Tremadog, with a thriving community full of history and heritage. However, it's also the surrounding countryside that makes our next property extra special. Secluded in the Cwm Pennant Valley, the dramatic views should get Jamal and Dee's paintbrushes twitching. Well, normally we would start off with a house tour, wouldn't we? But how often do you stand in the middle of the Snowdonia National Park with this view?
It is amazing. And we've got the only house in the valley. You could just sit here forever and just look.
Yes, you've got the river there.
You're quite taken with it, aren't you,
Yes,
this location?
I love it. We haven't seen the inside of the house yet.
No.
But, no,
That'll come, in good time.
Okay.
In
I
good
don't think you
time.
could do too much better than the outside of the house.
Yes.
Yes. Fabulous, fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, we can see the house from here. To the left of it, you'll notice there's the barn. I think it would make the most fantastic artist studio.
It would make a brilliant studio, definitely.
I've seen the plans,
Yeah.
and it's got huge skylights in it, so plenty of natural light
Really?
just pouring through.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I see
It's got a
those
lot
as
of potential.
studios
Yeah.
quite easily.
Yeah.
But before we look at the house, I want to show them the glorious back garden. Would you like to know how much land comes with this property?
Comes with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
OK. So you've got Goving Rock that we saw when we first arrived. So
OK.
the whole of the rock to the other side. Keep following it down, so it goes back down into the valley.
Yeah.
There's about 3 acres of woodland down the bottom. That's all yours, so we're still going. Keep travelling around, follow the stream, and then
Yes.
all the way back.
It's the border of the stream, is it?
The border is the
and
stream.
that's all that belongs to the house.
All 28 acres.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable.
We'll have to buy a lot of sheep.
Well, at the moment,
That is crazy.
the land is tenanted by the local farmer.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
if you
probably quite good.
continued that,
Yeah.
revenue to be had.
Right. I don't think it could fail to appeal to anybody, actually. I mean, it's just absolutely glorious.
There'll be somewhere for your horse in the many 28 acres around. We'll find a paddock somewhere.
I think there would be.
Now, Jamal, I haven't shown you the house yet. Mm-hmm. But what do you think so far?
I
There's
think-
a lot to take in.
I think you're going to let me down somewhere. That's why you've kept the house till the end.
Would I ever let you down? Really?
You haven't so far, but I'm expecting you to.
We'll have to wait and see. I just hope this anti-DIY couple can see past all the renovating and recognise the immense potential this house has. Come in to the mystery house.
Okay.
This is a house with fantastic potential, but it's also a project with a capital P.
Yes, and a couple do W for work.
Yes, definitely. How would you both feel about that?
You would have to do it, really. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, when you're saying you have to do it,
Well, personally,
I just want you to make it
we know
clear.
you can't even change a light bulb, so so one would need to get something done. Yes.
And this is just the start. Either side of the hallway there are 2 reception rooms. and ahead lies the kitchen. So this is the oldest part of the house.
Well, okay, there is a little bit of potential here.
Yes, bit of an overhaul.
A bit of an overhaul and quite a lot of work. So
Now next door, there's the bathroom. Just have a
Okay.
little peek.
all right, let's have a look. Okay, it's spacious.
Big.
It's spacious. It's spacious.
Yeah,
It's big.
functional, yes.
Well, I don't know about functional.
I don't think I can put any estate agent gloss on that, even me.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, gives you an idea of what would need to be done.
Sure.
However, just standing here, I mean, you know what's through that door.
Yeah.
That spectacular view.
Yeah.
You know,
If you set the house straight, I mean, you wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Basically, definitely. I mean, it's got fantastic potential. Yeah.
Jamal's very quiet.
He's always very quiet. It's all
Pondering.
Pondering.
I can practically hear the cogs going round.
Yes,
It's the worry, I think.
I'm getting into the project, but I don't think I'm being pulled in very hard.
Really?
Right now, yes.
But as soon as I'm out of earshot, Dee and Jamal start hatching plans.
You see, I was thinking that this could be something like,
Having the second bathroom in here, maybe.
yeah, exactly, having a bathroom.
Yeah?
It's big enough for a bathroom. It's light. You could walk from that main bedroom into here. But again, I mean, you're talking a lot of money, aren't you?
And you're giving up a very nice room for a bathroom.
Yeah.
They don't have to sacrifice this room because down the hall there's a toilet that could be transformed into an ensuite for Jamal. Plus there are 3 more light and airy double bedrooms for when their guests come to stay, making 4 bedrooms in total. Ah, happy smiling faces. Is this a good sign? Well, you've seen everything that there is to see, so I think time for guess the price. How much do you think all this is worth?
I think 420.
I think it's more, but I'm going to say 400,000 because I'm almost hoping it's going to be something like that.
Would you be happy if I told you the asking price is £395,000?
There, I've put my foot in it now, haven't I?
You were so close because you were hoping
I know.
it was going to be
It
around
was
that
going to
thing.
be because there's a lot of work to be doing to the house,
There
and
is.
that's something to think about very seriously indeed.
But before I leave you with that thought,
Yes.
there's a second option with this property.
Is there?
You could buy the house,
Yes.
2.5 acres of land,
Yes.
plus the barn for a different price.
Ah.
And obviously
Okay.
you still have the stream running through.
Yeah.
They are looking at £250,000 for that.
Oh, crikey. Are they? Well, I mean, you know, that's.
Is that good news? That's all I need to know now.
It's extraordinary news, and it's
It's made your mystery house into our mystery house.
yes.
Well done.
Thank you. Let's go
Okay.
somewhere quiet where you can gather your thoughts. It's a lot to go through. At £395,000, the mystery house fits easily in budget. The main house needs work, but there are some lovely original features. Upstairs, there's room for guests with 4 bedrooms, plus there's a toilet, providing opportunity for an ensuite, meeting that all-important 2-bathroom requirement. And finally, there's a massive 28 acres of awe-inspiring Welsh countryside. But if all that land has them running for the hills, there is a second option. £250,000 will buy the house, barn, and a more manageable 2.5 acres.
It needs a lot of work. But every time I look out of one of the windows, I see the view, and I see the river, and I can hear the river sometimes, and I think, no, there must be a reason why they've brought us here. There must be something that makes this within our reach. So I haven't completely lost faith, although I'm not going to tell Nikki that.
This is an amazing location, but when we walked into the house, I was initially really disappointed because we've never done a project before, and I wouldn't know where to start, frankly. But now knowing the price, we are in such a dilemma because it's a fantastic price, and we know that we could do the renovation work. It's just a question of putting our heads together and doing it.
I'm taking the opportunity to discover more about the rich history of Gwynedd and one of the biggest Welsh exports. So I've come to Cleckwedd Slate Caverns to meet historical guide Michael Hughes. What exactly is slate?
The main ingredients are mud and clay that's been compressed for about 500 million years, and the mud and clay turns to slate.
How long has the mine actually been here?
The actual mine started in 1846.
So when it was discovered here, it must have transformed this part of Wales.
Well, it did. It's thanks to the actual slate mines that we actually got Blaenau today. Yeah, because without a doubt, it's because of the slates we've got the town here.
The surrounding slate is hundreds of years' worth of waste, dating back to the 18th century. These days, we're more eco-minded, so now it's used for making house foundations. So underneath my feet is the mine?
Yes.
Are we able to go down there?
We're going down there now, yes.
OK, well, I will follow you.
Right, OK then.
Right. Off we go.
Off we go.
Mick, this is quite a drop.
It is. We're going down about 400 feet.
And what's the gradient?
The gradient is on an angle of about 1 in 9.
Look, I'm holding you.
It's all right. And we're on the actual steepest passenger narrow gauge railway in Britain.
Years ago, the journey into the mine would have been a long, hard walk, but today it takes just a few minutes. Are we here now?
Yep.
You can hear the water.
Yep.
There's around 25 miles of underground passageways and chambers down here. And this main chamber is about 50 feet high. Every inch has been chiselled out by hand. This is amazing.
It is, yeah.
We always hear about how hard life was, but I presume these men were under
It was
severe
a hard
pressure.
life, yes. I mean, your average age to start down here is 12 years old.
That young.
12 years, yeah.
And then when would they finish?
Depending how lucky they were or how unlucky they were, they carried on till about 34, 35. And some of these men would start getting that horrible disease, silicosis, which is dust going on the lungs. Now, they didn't last long once they had the silicosis, so that was quite grim. Yep.
Hard, hard life. Thankfully, working conditions have improved, but it still takes a lot of hard graft to bring this precious slate to the surface. The story doesn't end here. The slate still needs to be trimmed and shaped, something tile splitter Glyn Daniels knows all about. Glyn makes on average 1,000 tiles a day, all by hand. I'm not about to compete with that, but I am itching to test my skills. About there?
In the middle. That's it. And again. That's it.
You know when you take a cake out of a tin and you're waiting in anticipation to see what it looks like? It feels like that for me. Gosh, you're strong. Well, that's not too bad. All that's left now are the finishing touches. And that gives it the most amazing edge. Gosh, just think, in a few months' time, that could be someone's roof tile. It's great to know I've played a small part in creating someone's perfect home. Let's hope I've helped Jamal and Dee too. I can't wait to find out what they really thought about the 3 properties I've shown them on this journey. Well, Jamal and Diane, what have you thought of the last couple of days?
Just fantastic. I mean, you've given us more than we actually were expecting, to be honest.
So the very first property that we saw was the cottage with the converted barn right next door. And Diane, you seem to be taken with it straight away.
I was. It had a lovely feel to it, just the way the buildings were sort of situated. I think when you first took us into the stone cottage, it was really interesting and very pretty, and what a lovely conversion.
Now, the second property that we showed you, well, was very different from the first. We started off with a cottage, and then we moved slightly upscale, shall we say, to the gentleman's house.
I think Jamal was more struck with it, weren't you, in terms of it being a little bit more imposing?
On the whole, the garden, the stream, the hollow in which that property was situated, I fell in love with. I really liked that place.
It was a lovely house.
It
Beautiful
was
house.
very attractive, grade
Yeah.
2 listed and
Yes.
right in the centre of the Snowdonia National
was.
Park. Which brings us on to our mystery house. Now, you did want a little bit of land, you said, when we started this house hunt.
Yes.
But we managed to find your property with 28 acres. But it didn't seem to faze you too much.
Well, it did, I suppose. I mean, it was quite overwhelming, but it's irresistible in its location. But then it's a renovation job. The bonus for us was the price you gave us. The 2 options, and the lower price option is a very good option because if the sums add up, then there is a possibility that we may go for it. I don't know.
You see, we had promised ourselves when we started on this tour
Yeah.
that you've kindly led us on, that we would never get involved with a building project.
Yes, it's
And
true.
here we are,
Discussing
doing
it.
the sums.
So what is the next step going to be for the two of you?
I think there's sort of a tension between 1 and 3, properties 1 and 3, and that's something certainly I would like to take forward.
Well, I think it's only property 3.
Have you bought this house already?
Well, in my mind, I have.
I feel we're getting close. I feel there's plenty of opportunities with this mystery house.
There are lots of opportunities, but it has given us a sort of dilemma. But we'll take it forward and see what we can come up with and see how it works out.
Well, whatever happens, because I know you're going to be moving very soon, please keep in touch, won't you? And I'm glad we've helped get you closer to your dream.
Thank you very much.
That's it, the end of our search here in North Wales. Now, we've certainly given Jamal and Diane plenty to mull over, and I've got a feeling it won't be too long before Diane comes round to Jamal's way of thinking and the mystery house is turned into the perfect artist retreat. I certainly hope so. See you next time. After revisiting the mystery house, Jamal and Dee decided that it was too much of a project for them after all. But they have found a perfect home in North Wales and plan to be living there.
一緒に吠えていた大君に会いたいよ今日が苦しくなるかいないや月らしだけを見てほしいこの木餅には毛なんかない人がいたよくがいれば他に何もいない会いたいよ会いたいけど会えなくてくからもらったかけがえのないものくじゃなきゃダメなんだくと出会えた奇跡が会いたくて会いたくて大切なことを教えてくれたくずっと僕に手つないだって離ないで夢でならかいへのかな変わらない砂になりたいしの